What's going on, Michigan fans? Clayton Safey with EJ Holland. We're from the Wolverine.com. Check out our premium content over there. Use the promo code Nike75. You get 25% off your first year and a $75 Nike gift card for free. So you pay $75 to get all of our premium content for an entire year. You get a $75 Nike gift card right back. So basically free. Sign up today. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. 5 things to be thankful for Michigan football recruiting, which has been doing really well. Despite the team having a tough start, Michigan is set up quite nicely in 2021, off to a decent start in 2022. But we will start with 2021. The first thing that Michigan fans should be thankful for when it comes to recruiting, JJ McCarthy, Michigan quarterback commit, top 100 kid, top 50 kid, 4-star out of the Chicago area.
Yeah, obviously JJ is a big part of the class, not only from a talent standpoint, but a personality standpoint. This is a guy that's been the leader of the class for more than a year. He's helped Michigan on the recruiting trail, talking to guys, trying to get them to join him in Ann Arbor. And then on top of that, obviously Michigan has some question marks around the quarterback position. They just made a quarterback switch this past weekend. I think JJ's the type of the guy that can come in and play early and finally be that solution at the most important position. And so I feel like JJ has all the tools, the confidence, the swagger to be that guy at Michigan that I think's kind of been missing at the position. With JJ, like I said, it extends more than beyond the talent. He can make every throw. He has the arm talent, but it's more so that the way he's wired that really stands out to me about JJ, and I think Michigan fans should be really excited about.
The second thing, recruiting coordinator, recruiting director Matt Dudek, a guy who's taken a lot of flack in the past from a lot of angles, a lot of different people, including rivals, including a faction of the own fan base, but a guy who's putting together solid classes year in, year out. He's done a great job during the pandemic. Why should Michigan fans be thankful for Matt Dudek?
Matty D's the guy that kind of held everything together during the pandemic. Honestly, behind the scenes, a lot wasn't really written about him, but behind the scenes, he was the one scheduling the phone calls. He was the one keeping parents informed, and he still is. He's been sending a bunch of emails, getting on the phone with whichever parents have questions, and just answering questions about the admissions process, what they're going to do as far as eligibility numbers, different things like that, which guys can get into the Ross School of Business, which guys are going to have to wait. So he's answering so many questions from different angles. He's the one that really made Harbaugh's call schedule every day during the dead period in the summer, where Harbaugh was personally hitting up recruits. You saw Harbaugh talking to 4 guys a day. And a lot of that was the scheduling from Dudek. So just being readily available for all these parents, helping Harbaugh with his calls, and just doing everything behind the scenes, graphics, all that good stuff, making sure guys were being reached out to on September 1st, the first date that the coaches could reach out to 2022 prospects. I mean, Dudek was texting guys at midnight. So I feel like he's just done so much behind the scenes during the pandemic. And a lot of people have been so complimentary of, well, Harbaugh's been more personally involved during the pandemic. Well, in the background, a lot of that is because of Dudek.
Yeah, definitely. He's done a really good job going forward. Another guy who's done a great job as well and is involved in seemingly every recruitment and every big recruitment for Michigan, the in-state guy, the Midwest area recruiter, but also getting involved, like I said, with just about every big-time recruitment. Tight ends coach Sherrone Moore, who's obviously a rising star in the recruiting trail. I don't even know if he's rising anymore. He's on the scene as a star recruiter on this staff, and Michigan fans should definitely be thankful that they have Sherrone Moore working on a lot of these kids on the recruiting trail.
Yeah, Sherrone Moore, I think, has separated himself as kind of that ace recruiter on the Michigan staff. I mean, you could, include guys like Brian G. Mary, who's been a great addition this year. Ed Warner does a fantastic job of not only recruiting but developing offensive linemen. But I think if we're talking ace recruiter, Sherrone Moore has kind of taken that lead. He's getting more and more involved in the Detroit Metro, which I think will help in-state recruiting. Obviously, he's pulled some big-time guys out of Chicago, and now he's, like you said, kind of getting involved with all these recruitments across the country, regardless of what position they are. I mean, he's even involved with George Rooks, a defensive lineman out of New Jersey. So that's how much they feel like Sherrone Moore is a valuable asset of this coaching staff. I think he's a rising star as a coach and as a recruiter. And he's definitely a stock up guy on the trail. And I think Michigan fans should be really excited about his potential on both sides of the coin.
Yeah, and Jim Harbaugh often says that, like Abraham, he will die leaning on his staff. He's got two good ones there in Sherrone Moore and Matt Dudek that we just talked about. Number 4, the parents of the Michigan commits. 2021, JJ McCarthy, his dad, organized the entire trip in Ann Arbor a couple weeks ago where all the commits, or a lot of the commits and some targets were on campus. And then shout out to 2022 linebacker commit, Tyler Martin's dad, Mark, who I got to meet for the first time, and EJ, you obviously know quite well, and seems like he wants to take a leadership role in 2022. Just talk about, I guess, how involved the parents have been during this unique year, keeping things together, doing the job that, helping the coaching staff do their job in keeping this class together and building a 2022 class.
Yeah, I mean, the parents have been amazing this cycle. For them to organize that big visit weekend was so huge for a lot of these kids because they not only got a chance to see Michigan, some for the first time, but also had an opportunity to meet each other for the first time in kind of the COVID-19 world. These kids haven't really had a chance to meet each other unless they've kind of played 7-on-7 or something like that. But for the most part, this was a lot of kids' first time meeting the other kids they're going to be playing with. I talked to Tommy Doman last night, and he was like, on the drive home, I came away thinking, like, man, we really feel like a team. And so I think that weekend helped out a lot. Jim McCarthy was very instrumental in organizing that and kind of leading the charge on that. Tom Doman, Tommy's father, was a big part of kind of helping the guys navigate around campus. You had Mark Martin, like you said, leading the way in 2022, really recruiting the parents of guys like Damani Jackson and Will Johnson and Tyler Morris and Isaac Thompson, etc. You had Melanie and Steve Colson, parents of Junior Colson, kind of preaching to the parents, like, just believe in Jim Harbaugh. It's going to be okay. You had Christian Dixon, mother of Christian Dixon, who's probably has the biggest personality in the class, and she was really kind of helping with those guys out on the West Coast, and she's very accessible on social media and everything. And so I think all the parents in this class did a really great job of coming together and making it a big weekend, and aside from the weekend, just being great parents overall.
Definitely. That's the most important part, the great parent part overall. But yeah, they're definitely helping with these classes. And then the last thing, I mean, who knew that a win over Rutgers could do so much in terms of, keeping a program together? But here we are in 2020. So the last thing is a win over Rutgers. Michigan fans should be thankful for that win, even though on the surface it looks like, hey, we had to go to triple overtime with Rutgers. But they should be thankful for this because of why, EJ?
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, it doesn't look great, but they should be thankful because it created a sense of stability. I think that, had they lost that game, things would have kind of gone off the rails a little bit. You don't want to be a one-win team heading into Thanksgiving. So I feel like now with upcoming games against a winless Penn State and Maryland, I think Michigan has a chance to get over 500. And, the commits were really excited about it. Like, I talked to Tristan Bounds, JJ McCarthy, Junior Colson, etc. All talked really a lot about how this team really showed hard and rallied, and I think that really helped with them. I think it created a little bit more, like I said, sense of stability with guys like Will Johnson, who I put in a future cast for, Donovan Edwards, that just want to see some sort of reason to end up at Michigan. I feel like is especially big with those two in-state guys in particular. So if Michigan can keep taking care of business on the field, it'll it'll be just fine on the recruiting trail. I think this win continues to kind of buy them some time and create a sense of optimism.
Winning cures all. We've said it a number of times over the last few weeks in reverse, talking about how losing can open up some different concerns, but winning certainly helps, even if it's against Rutgers. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Those are 5 reasons why Michigan fans should be thankful about Michigan football recruiting. Once again, check us out at thewolverine.com. Use the promo code Nike75. You get a free $75 Nike gift card and 25% off your first year at thewolverine.com. Check us out there. Enjoy the rest of your day.